Hello and welcome to Mike's Garage. If you've already subscribed to our channel, thank you very much. If you haven't, please do. And when you do, be sure and tap on the little notification bell so you'll be notified every time we put up a new video. Well, we're kind of moving along here on the Knucklehead, I'm really happy to say. It's a beautiful day on planet Earth. I mean, the sun is shining, the sky is blue, and I'm playing in the garage. It just doesn't get much better. Unless I had it done and could go for a ride on it, which would be good. Anyway, in our last video, what we did is we finished putting the heads on and got them all torqued down and all that fun stuff. Let's see. Nobody was looking, and I wanted to keep going. When Mike and I shut down the other night, I just kind of kept going into the middle of the night because it was really beautiful and just bonding with the knuckle. So I did a bunch to it. One of the things I did do is I got the pipes back on it, and I wanted to show this here because I'm always telling people you need to support your exhaust pipes. Let's see that bracket in there. My buddy Stevie welded that tab to the pipe and made that little bracket to hold that pipe up into the head the way it should. And it does.
There it is.
And he did a number of them for me over the years on different bikes. Really helps. Okay, I wanted to show that, and I did. Let's see the other things I have to show. I think what we'll do is go to the other side of the bike. And we hadn't put the manifold on yet. And as I had mentioned before, knuckleheads aren't like pans or shovels where you can move the heads and line up that manifold real easy. These don't give you that much leeway. There isn't that much movement. But this one does fit rather well. These are the adapters because I converted it over to O-rings so it doesn't give me any grief. So I can go places without messing with those plumber nuts that people seem to, well, they're kind of one of those things you love to hate. They're really pretty, but they do leak. So I put this on, and the way I do this, I don't want to stretch the O-rings twice, but what I do is I put the O-ring onto the manifold. I just roll it right up onto the manifold, then hold the manifold in place and roll that O-ring right back, and there it is, holding the manifold up. There's nothing there to hold that except the O-rings. Now notice that you can rotate it while it's still there. Okay? Now, these are the kind of clamps I like to use. Now, these are actually distributed by S&S, and you can buy them from Drag Specialties and I don't know who else. And they are expensive, but they're stainless steel and they're soft, which means they're going to form right to the manifold and the intake port of the cylinder head.
They're kind of pretty too.
Oh, I think they're beautiful. But anyway, one of the things I do, and I've shown this on videos before, I bend this stud a little bit so that the whole thing takes a better round shape when you go to clamp it down. And I usually do that with a rawhide mallet in the vise. That's not a big deal. But here you can see that this one is now on here. And I need to get the other one, and boy, these are really rough to wind in there unless you can do it this way, which is we'll get it in there somehow. Okay. Now that just doesn't seem to go, but it will. It will. I can go like that. Let's see, it's caught now. So let's see, I can go like that. There we go. And then rotate it back. And then when you clamp these down, don't really do a final tightening until the carburetor is mounted. So you leave it a little bit loose so you can rotate. Oh, see, now all that fits.
But it doesn't move out of alignment.
Well, you'd want to not let it. I mean,
just loose enough.
Well, here, what we're going to do is we'll tighten this up a little bit.
Oh, I hope this is focused.
Well, I hope so. Okay, now we're going to move that. Now I'm going to get it clear out here to the edge of the of this casting because I want to be sure that the O-ring is, it doesn't have to be exactly in the middle, but you'd like to have it well captured in there. Mm-hmm. And that's basically what I'm doing. So, and it's nice to have these ratcheting tools. Mm-hmm. Makes it nice. Okay. Believe me, when you first start out doing manifolds, you fight them and fight them until you realize they're really not that hard. But for some odd reason, we all fight with them in the beginning until we finally learn it's just not that bad. Just kind of think ahead and see, I haven't put the carburetor on yet, and I haven't put the motor mount on yet. Well, that just left me more room to work. The order that you assemble these things makes a big difference in how difficult they are or are not. But you can see I'm positioning this one the way I want it, and that one the way I want it. But I'm about done with it for now because the carburetor's not on it yet. But let's see here. Now they're about equal. And we'll see, can I move this when I install the carburetor? And yes, I can. Okay. And it slides nice and smooth. It's not chafing that O-ring. Okay, well now that that's there, I really would like to put the motor mount on. And the motor mount, I guess you could say I cheated, but what I was doing was when nobody was watching, I was out here playing. And what I was playing was, how do I shim this thing so that there's no stress on it? Now first, and I've already done that, so I'm going to explain it as I go. This is the top bolt, and I put that ground wire on there. That ground wire is for my headlight. Okay. Now, the point is, you've got washers in here, and you've got a washer there, and you get it all so that it lays completely flat. There's no stress on it when it's tightened down. Because if you stress it when you tightened it down, you're either going to break a motor mount or you're going to break your frame, one of the two. And Knuckleheads didn't come with the strongest top motor mount. I don't know who made this one, but they did a beautiful job of it.
Looks like stainless steel.
No, it's not.
No?
No.
Pretty.
But it's chromed. Anyway, so we can actually put those on there. And like I said, there's no stress. You cannot rock this on its washers. It mounts flat. And it is of the utmost importance.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we get this all on here. So you could also screw up and break your motor because you would break these brackets that are cast into the cylinder heads. Ooh. Yeah. So let's see, I'm going to get this on the top motor mount here. And there it is. Now the only thing left to that really is to torque it all down. So I think after I've got the carburetor mounted, I'll torque all that down and it'll be pretty much done. Well, that part of it will be done anyway. There's not a lot left to do on this motorcycle. On this side, I'll be mounting the carburetor And I'd like to prep the oil line. The oil line that goes on here. This is an early style knuckle oil line that I really do love the looks of.
Wishbone.
This is, these are banjo fittings. This is early model. This is like off your 61-inch knuckles, the earlier knuckles.
Oh, pretty.
Yeah, and they go in like that. But the way they seal is with these brass washers here, copper.
Copper.
Yep, they are copper, thank you. And I've used them, and there's nothing wrong with them. We can use them over and over again. And for some odd reason, I always have trouble finding these specific ones. I don't remember off the top of my head where I get them right now. But to get that size exactly, so we didn't, okay? I had these for quite a while. Okay, so then we're going to take these, and I'm going to put them on the vise, and we're going to anneal them. Usually do 2 at a time. So I have a torch here. So all we're going to do is heat them up with a torch. And I'm sure there are experts out there who do this much better than I do. But all you do is heat them up till they go black and then quench them. And then that copper goes back to its original shape and it's soft. So you can use it again and it'll seal right up. So now I'm going to take this and flip it over.
Hot tamale.
Nah. Now that seemed like a real He-Man thing to do, I guess, but to tell you the truth, my hands have been burned so many times I don't feel that much. Anyway, not a good
They
idea.
seem to be getting brighter, right?
Well, they do. Okay, now as soon as I quit giving them the heat, okay, they'll go black. You ready? Okay, you ready? See it? They're just darkening right up. Okay, now I'm going to quench them. Okay, those are ready to use now. Now, we'll do 2 more, and we will have enough to do the job. You know, the fun of a chopper is that all this stuff is right out in the open where you can see it. So this is really not hard work.
That's what I've always
Let's see
loved
how.
about knuckleheads. It's all, everything's external. It's beautiful.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let me turn these over.
Aircraft engine.
Very much so.
Hot tamale.
No.
Oh, that was hot.
There we go. Yeah, you don't want me torching the camera.
That's the antenna you almost got.
Yeah, well, you know. Okay, so here goes right about. Now, let me turn this thing off. And those will seal right up now. I will use a little white lithium grease on them, and I will put them on when I put that line back on. I'll probably put the carburetor on before I put that line on. So right now what I could do is just kind of stop right here. Because if I stop right here, we know what we've done today. We've finished this manifold mounting. We got the motor mount all mounted. All we got to do now is tighten it down, which nobody needs to watch me torque that down. And I've got these packings or these gaskets, these copper gaskets here all ready for the oil line. So in our next video, maybe we'll mount the carburetor in the oil line. So I think I'll finish this up here, what I've just done so far, and then we'll get into the next video on those other things. What I did want to show, of course, is our shirts. Hey everybody, it's close to Christmas. Anyway, so there are our t-shirts and our baseball cap, which is embroidered. And our newest shirt, of course, is this knuckle engine. So it's this one. It's not like somebody's rendering. It's like the real deal.
Oh, yeah. Very detailed. Beautiful picture.
Well, okay. So that takes care of that for now. So until next time,
Hold on. There you go.
I'll see you out on the road.